Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Doorshutter, coming back to you with episode 15 of the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack, and I lost a little bit of footage. Luckily, it was only about 30-ish minutes of footage, and I kind of want to go over what I was doing. So I'm starting AE2. First things first, we're not getting into the digital miner this episode. We're getting immediately into AE2. The reason being is because I need a better source of crafting and prioritization in a storage system. While Ars Nueva's storage system is fantastic for early game, it is not the greatest when it comes to prioritizing different systems. I don't know how the prioritization system works in Ars, even if there is one. I think it's kind of like closer first, and since this is closer, it prioritizes that over this, and it's just kind of something I don't really want to deal with. I could move this, yes, but I really don't feel like doing that. So we're going to get into Applied Energistics here. And so I did get these flawless budding Certus Quartz. The way to get these, and I will just show you here, because you can go to a meteorite with a cart assembler, rails, levers, and mine carts, and you will be fantastic off with this. So we'll place the cart assembler directly under the flawless, turn this lever on, which activates this cart assembler, push a minecart through, and this will give you a minecart contraption that you can then right-click with a wrench, shift right-click, doesn't really matter. And then, of course, once you want to place this down, do the exact opposite. Take the lever off the system, and then run it back through, and it'll place it on top of the cart assembler. Very, very basic, very, very good knowledge to have. This can also, of course, disassemble all of this by shift right-clicking, and that is awesome. So I've just got, I believe, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in total here. And yeah, so I also went ahead and got the charger here. That is awesome as well, because this will give us the charged Certus Quartz crystals. All you need to do is basically take a Certus Quartz crystal, plug it in here with power, of course, and that will charge that Certus Quartz. This is just a simple automation, pulling charged Certus Quartz out of the charger, and this has no filter. So Certus Quartz goes up here, goes in there, comes charged, goes in there. Perfect. The other thing we did was looked at the wireless heat transmitter. This is a really cool thing from iron furnaces because it allows for you to basically power these furnaces with RF. The wireless heat receivers just go inside of the wireless heat transmitter. You just put it in here, it'll change the coordinates, and then you can, of course, take this back, put it in your furnace, and then go on your smelting way. It's a very, very fantastic thing. I quickly forgot to put these in here whenever I moved this, because I did change them from over there to over here. But yeah, so very, very quick recap here. I also forgot that I grabbed this mysterious cube, which is going to be very important here in a little bit. But I silk touched this. You can do that. So my diamond pickaxe is silk touch. So I can pick this up here quickly. And then I can, run away with it. But if I just break it with a pickaxe that doesn't have silk touch, this will give us all of our inscriber presses, which will be used inside of the inscriber to get calculation processor, the engineering processor, logic processor, and also the silicone things. Are these called processors? No, they're just called printed silicone. So that is fantastic. All right. And of course, you can find these in those AE2 meteorites. There is, of course, the Ad Astra meteorite, which is up here. If you find coal around it, it's usually an Ad Astra meteorite. An abundance of coal, not just like 1 or 2 pieces of it. But this down here was an AE2 meteorite. You can see kind of the very drastic difference of this. And if we go over here, where's that last one I found? I don't even know right now. But you can see there's tons and tons of these like meteorites. I think this one's another Ad Astra one. Let's see, yeah, because this has got a whole bunch of different types of stone, some soul soil, some basalt. And if we look up here, this one looks kind of very basic. This one I actually marked as an AE2 meteorite, so definitely some cool things to look at there. But let's quickly get Fluix crystals, because I did grab these off camera and that little bit of lost footage. So how we go about this is, first things first, make sure your magnet's turned off. Drop in redstone, quartz, and charged Certus Quartz, and this will give you the Fluix crystals once I throw that back down here. It is a 1-to-1-to-1, so 1 nether quartz plus 1 redstone plus 1 charged Certus Quartz gives you, I believe, 2 So yeah, 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 2. Because you need 3 ingredients, right? So that is pretty awesome. Okay, what can this stuff be used for? Well, that's kind of where I realized we were not recording. So we're looking at growth accelerators. These will actually speed up the growth of what these budding quartz can do. And as of right now, they're very, very slow. I don't remember them being this slow, but they may have slowed them down in this latest version. Not 100% sure why, but of course you can come over here to get Certus Quartz dust when they are not fully grown. Once they are a cluster, I believe is what they're called. Aren't they called cluster? Yes, these things right here. The Certus Quartz cluster. This will give you the actual Certus Quartz crystals rather than Certus Quartz dust. Of course, once they are in this bigger form, make sure you use a fortune pickaxe. As of right now, it doesn't matter because you only get one Certus Quartz dust when you break these smaller ones, below the actual Certus Quartz cluster. So the large clusters, things like that. So yeah, that is awesome. Okay, so let's work on getting the growth accelerators here. So we're going to need a handful of things. So let's grab 4 of those. We're going to want to grab some Fluix cables, which requires quartz fiber. And this is going to be really important to get first, just because you need a lot of Certus Quartz dust and things like that to get started. So the Certus Quartz crystals, Certus Quartz dust, and Fluix crystals are your key 3 ingredients when you start off. And then once, of course, you get further in, the inscriber processing presses will be your next bit of shenanigans. So we should be able to get some Fluix ME cables here. And that'll give us some growth accelerators. We'll just grab 4 of these bad boys. And of course, we will need some actual cables. So at Applied Cable, we're probably going to need a little bit more of this stuff. And we're probably going to also need an energy acceptor. Which again, of course, requires quartz glass. It's going to become very, very apparent how useful this quartz glass stuff is. So, let's see. We'll just do it on this one right here. Let's just do growth accelerator, growth accelerator, growth accelerator, and then come down here, do growth accelerator. Why are we doing so many on one? Because they stack. They do speed up the entire process here. So we're going to go, I think we could do energy acceptor there. So we'll see if this works. I'm not 100% sure if that is an acceptable place for the energy acceptor to be. So now we need to get power over here, which I'm going to try and see if we can piggyback off of our mining dimension solar arrays here. Let's see, where is my laser wrench? Right here. Okay, let's look for a laser IO advanced laser connector. I don't know if this can have multiple points. I have no idea. So we'll give it a try. So we'll teleport in here, because we need to grab this connection point. And then teleport back. And then go outside here. And see if we can just put this... where is this thing? Because we're actually going to need a laser node. So put that there, put this here, connect that. And then where is... I can't like detect where this enchanter eye thing is because it just throws me off here. Okay, can you go away? Okay. Is that working? Device offline. Okay, so now it's activated. This is working. It looks like everything is currently online, but you can see that we actually immediately got a Certus Quartz crystal, and we're going to need to find a way to fortune these. I guess we can use our mining laser thing, but we just need to be careful. Guess I need to put another mega torch over here. I put one over in that direction, but I guess I might need to put one over there. But that's alright. So, yeah, so the mining gadget will work for now. We just gotta be careful not to knock out the flawless Certus Quartz thing right there, because that will destroy it. It'll lower its tier. Flawless is the best, but Flawless is actually one you can't pick up with Silk Touch in any capacity. So you need to have that like create contraption, cardboard box from mechanism, whatever's basically supporting picking up something with NBT data and things like that that doesn't technically break the block, right? So you can see all the different stages of these crystals as well as we're going. Let's see. I'll just watch this here. So we start off with like the small, then it becomes medium. And then once it becomes medium, it then goes to large. And then of course after large is your cluster. So as you can, yeah, so it immediately went to a cluster. And from that large to small, you only get one dust per when you break it. So, you know, so there we go. If we wanted to break this large one, we only have one Certus Quartz dust from that. So this is what we're going to be doing for a little bit here, because I want to get a little bit more Certus Quartz crystals, and also maybe a little bit of dust here, until we can actually get just a little bit better off here. I might actually grab another growth accelerator, if we can afford it. Let's see, what do we need? Because if we can snag one of these, I would love to just have one side focused on, because then I won't have a potential of ruining this whole thing. Okay, so we need some more cables. And then, of course, we will automate this once we get further into AE2. It's not really that complicated to automate. We just kind of want to make sure we don't have an overflow when we shut this thing off after a certain time. I don't know why I just made another one of those. Genuinely, that was not my intention, but that's okay. We'll have another one, because we'll need them anyway. Okay, so we're just going to keep going, and I'll be right back. All right, you know what? Let's do some early automation. I never really do this, but let's hook this up. So I've got a modular router here. This can do a lot of things, but you need these specific upgrades for those said things. And one of those modules we're going to look at here is actually grabbing a breaker module. So let's just grab a diamond pickaxe. Let's grab a breaker module. I don't think I can fortune this thing, but oh well. Honestly, at this point, it'll be okay. We're going to go up. We're going to go whitelist. And we're actually going to silk touch this Certus Quartz cluster here. So we can put that in there. And then, of course, once we want to break this, we can just go place it down. And we can, of course, break that later. All right, so with this, we should be able to place this down, place this breaker module in here. And once it detects a Certus Quartz cluster, maybe... whitelist, match by block. Okay, so you can search by that. So if I wanted to, I could do this instead. So if I didn't have a silk touch pickaxe, I could do match by drop. And let's see if this works. Okay. And of course, let's just do keep it always on. And this actually does have an inventory, but if we wanted to make sure this doesn't run out, we can always look at getting a chest real quick. An oak chest will work fine. Look back at modular routers, and let's see, modular router. There's a lot of things called modular, because there's the modular golems mod. Let's see, ascender, I think is probably what we want to look at here. So right click, front, whitelist, that doesn't even matter, we'll just keep it on blacklist. And then do that. And that'll start pushing everything out. And this is a very, very, very simple automation. Of course, it's not going to be the best because we don't have a silk touch pickaxe in here. I'm kind of curious. Can we do that? If we get a fortune enchantment, so 3 emeralds, 9 lapis, and a book and quill. Okay. And then emeralds. I don't even know if we can do this. I don't know if this is something I've ever tried even. So fortune And then let's just grab another pickaxe. All right. And then do this, do that, do that. And go back up here. Can I take this breaker module? I thought there was a way. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can just craft another breaker module. I mean, I'm not really scared about wasting a pickaxe. I mean, yeah, okay, so that does work. So enchanting a pickaxe will allow for you to have fortune. Okay, so let's take this. Let's put this in here. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to configure it. So up, whitelist by drop, of course. Put this in here. And that'll give us more. Perfect. So now all we need to do for very, very simple automation like this is just get, first off, speed upgrades. So it goes faster here. But we could get 4 more, or is it 5 more? 5 more growth accelerators, put them on this, and then just have them break at Certus Quartz dust. So that way then we have 2 things automated. Would not be difficult at all. Honestly, I never thought about using modular routers for this. And now that we know we can actually fortune this might be some way we can do this permanently. I might just leave this system like this. Just change out the power once we get a better system. Also, the time in the bottle, by the way, has a curio slot at the very bottom. And to activate that by default is G. I recommend changing the key. I've changed it to 0. So that way I can actually speed this Certus Quartz block up. And it actually grows just a little bit faster. Oh, but this is so cool. It's definitely, this is going to be as equivalent to me breaking it, right? So, not too worried about it. Where is my mining laser? Mining gadget thingy. I'll kind of just break off some of these other pieces here. And I think what I'll do is I will get another setup on this crystal. And hopefully we can power that. I'm not 100% sure if we have enough power for that, but we'll give it a go, and we should be fantastic to try that. All right, and just like that, we've used the other breaker module that we took out of this one. We've reconfigured it to just do Certus Quartz dust, and we're cruising, right? So with these being so simple and the modular routers being so cheap, this is honestly like a really good early game solution. Like, I feel like once you start AE2, you really could just hop into modular routers at the same time, like early on. I mean, because I'm pretty decently into the game, like mid-game kind of thing. This is, you know, cheap, right, for me. And if you were to get, what is that, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, about 10, maybe 12 iron, a couple things of gold, you could be cruising onto this. Because you have to use a diamond pickaxe, mind you. You could put fortune on an iron pickaxe and throw it in here. I just used a diamond pickaxe because why not? I think it does increase break speed, but I'm not even sure about that one. So this is just simple, right? We're cruising. Well, I just set this up before I started recording, so it's 29 Certus Quartz already, right? And also, I wanted to mention the laser node stuff. You can only have 1 connection per point. So I went ahead and into the mining dimension and just put another advanced laser connector down here. And so that way this is back up and running because this did cease operation, which is, you know, what I expected. I just didn't think about it. So we're currently waiting on 2 stacks of Certus Quartz to cycle through. And then, of course, we're going to get more Flux crystals. And we're going to have to look at inscriber stuff, which is going to be, I think, the next bit that we're going to need to do. So let's automate this just a little bit more, because I just thought of this, but we're going to need a few other odds and ends for this. So we're actually going to move this crystal here away. Where is my create wrench here so I can just pick this up? So we're going to move this one because we need more space. So where is my levers? I think I just threw them back in here, didn't I? Okay. And also, you just make sure to break this stuff around it if you really are worried about losing little bits of pieces. I'm just not too worried, so I'm not really breaking them, which is a-okay in this case. So let's get lever placed back down here. Pick up the contraption just so that way we don't lose the flawless quartz and stuff like that. But let me quickly grab 5 more growth accelerators. I don't know how much more power we're going to be able to pull out of the system, but we're going to keep going until we draw this out. But I'm going to basically replicate this actual Certus Quartz dust one, and we'll be right back here real quick. All right, so we've got this set up here. Just a second system, and I have not put a chest down because we're not putting a chest here. So let's get the sender set up real fast. We're just going to send this out the front. And the reason we're doing this and not putting a chest there is because I actually want to get a depot from Create, a depot, whatever you want to call it, and put it right here. Okay, so you may be able to see where I might be going with this. So let's quickly grab... Do I have a bucket of lava? I don't know if I actually have a bucket of lava. That's one thing I need to go find real quick. Do I have any sources of lava near me? I don't think I actually do. So let's go hop over to the nether real fast. Alright, so I grabbed a couple buckets of lava here. And the next thing we want is an encased fan. This thing right here. So we're going to need a propeller, which needs some iron sheets. I think, which one do I have? So I have, so aluminum or iron sheets. Okay, interesting. So we'll grab that. We'll grab an encased fan. We want a water wheel, water mill, whatever it's called in this case. This thing right here, water wheel. Okay, piece of soul sand. Let's quickly also grab a water bucket while we're there. Soul sand. Do we not have a piece of soul sand? Alright, so I think I've gotten everything here. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to automate silicone very shortly here. So what we'll need to do is we need to get the lava. I guess I need some building blocks here. What do I have? Blackstone? Sure, why not? So we're going to put the lava here. We're going to grab some sort of slab, just so the lava doesn't overflow. So we'll put the blackstone here again for a second. There. Blackstone all around this. Okay. Encased fan here. Oop. Come on. Okay, let's just get down one level. So we're going to put the lava here. And then the water wheel will attach to the back. Just get some more blackstone here. Put the water bucket on top of a piece of soul sand. And this should start going. Okay, so that is going in the wrong direction. So we'll take this out. We'll put this over here in this case then. So we just want to look at the particles. So now that's blowing this way. This is how we want it. Perfect. So we'll quickly get mining laser. I just destroyed that, didn't I? Ah, I forgot that I put it on 3x3. Alright, let me fix it. Okay, fixed it. That's fine. It happens. I've done that before. So the next thing we want to look at is probably getting... You know what? Let's stick with modular routers here. So let's get modular. Let's get a puller upgrade. And then a sender. Just kind of mark ones for now. Not really too worried. So we're going to pull this off. So right click. So the puller module, silicone, whitelist, bottom or down. So pull. And of course, whenever you're in the inventory, by the way, pressing C opens it. Just so you guys know. I'm not like doing some weird shenanigans. It's just pressing C. So that's puller. So once this gets... Actually, is that not going to work? If I put the encased fan down, it might. Hold on. I forgot I took it out because it was blowing me back and forth, or blowing me one direction. Oh, I forgot. Pressing shift reverses the direction. So we need to do this, put that there. Okay, so we're going to have to do this a little bit differently. So modular router, we'll do back. And then sender upgrade, we'll just do up. And then we'll just grab a chest. Okay. And that is a silicone automation. Very, very quickly done silicone automation. And we had at least one accident. So, you know, oh well. But that is really, really good that we've got this done. So this will, of course, over time give us enough stuff. I think, can we do it to where it sends multiple? I'm pretty sure we can. We just need to figure that out real quick. So let's see. Modular router. If we look at where is it at here? So there's a speed upgrade. Isn't there? There's a speed upgrade, and is there a stack upgrade? Yeah, stack upgrade. This thing right here. Let's see. Can we... Puller module. Also, this is going to be a constant occurrence. So let's quickly make sure we chunk claim this stuff. And force load it just so this operates when we're away from it. I think that's working. Of course, we could look at also getting speed upgrades. Which is this right here. Couple sets of those. So 3 in here, 3 in there. And we're going to have to break that. Why are you not... What are you doing? I didn't break this, right? Up, Certus Quartz. It feels like it breaks every so often. Why? What are you doing? I genuinely don't know what it's doing. It's on the up direction. Sender module. I think I know what happened. So, remember when I claimed the chunks? This is something we'd experienced in FTB Skies. And I'm pretty sure we kind of need to look here. Where is... I've got to remember where it is now. Because there's a way to check. I think it's actually up here in the Teams tab. So if we go settings here and allow fake players by player ID, let's just click false and allow all fake players true. So I guess we could do true and true and then accept. Okay, this may be what I'm thinking here. Let's actually quickly, let's turn this one off again and just to click accept. So let's take this out real quick. Come on. I don't think that did it. Allow all fake players. The problem is I don't know what these are considered. I think it might be modular router. Modular underscore router. I mean, we could add it real quick. Modular underscore router. We could do router. Accept. Okay. The reason I know this is the problem is because if we actually just do this and we get rid of these clusters, this should start operating. No? Is that not the issue? So the problem is I don't know what is happening. Oh, hold on. Did I turn these? This is something I did a minute ago, by the way. This wasn't actually the problem. So let's test this real quick. Let's get rid of those. Okay. So let's quickly claim these chunks again. All right, so now this is working. So what my curiosity here is now is what fixed it. So if we turn that back on true, okay, so that keeps it working. So if we private all of this stuff back, or whatever, and we do allow all fake players, okay, so that's what fixes it. So yeah, we're just going to do that. I don't know the technical names for these, which is sad, but that would be how you do it, like how we did the deployer back in FTB Skies. So we're just going to allow all fake players. And since we're not on a server, it's not the biggest deal. You know, if I was on a server, it would be much, much bigger of a deal than anything. Let's also make sure... No? Did I break it again? I mean, let's add it back. What did I do? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a weird one. It happens every so often, but we should now be able to be making our silicone. And I don't know if this wall actually will work here, so let's actually take this out. Put a slab back there. I just eliminated that slab there to see if that was a problem. It wasn't. It was just that we claimed the chunks. I forget that's a thing, because technically these are fake players. I wish I knew what they were called, but that's a thing. That's also what this can do as well, is sometimes that this breaks it. I think in the older version it did, but in this version it doesn't seem like it does, because I didn't blacklist or whitelist any of this. All right, and with that, we're going to wrap this one up. So we've got the silicone, Certus Quartz, and Certus Quartz dust automated partially. It's not the most effective. It's not going anywhere. We could probably throw it into a system, but for right now, we're keeping any of these chests. I might throw a couple stack upgrades on them, just so that way we can have more without having to worry about it. We've got the area chunk loaded. We figured out the issue why it wasn't working. And yeah, thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.